Hello, I am the Grimdark Painter. That's my handle that I'm using now. So, what I hope to do with this channel is to give everybody the basics of painting. Um, Sometimes we may get into serious detail about what I consider competition painting or display painting, but it's mainly going to focus on um, army painting, and these tips and tricks you can use them for everything. For model cars, if you build and paint cars, trucks, trains, all of that stuff. It will be usable for all of that. In front of me, you see stuff that I've got halfway painted, almost completely painted, and completely bare. So my hope is to take you down through everything from base metal or plastic, as most stuff is plastic now, all the way up to a finished piece. And this little guy here is almost completely done. Um, and the same with this one. He's getting close to being done. Kind of zoo. Can't get the camera doesn't want to focus too well. Um, so, but that's the idea of my channel. I'll be doing everything. Uh, it's going to be me rambling and giving tips at the same time. Um, so as you see, I've got some other things in front of me here. One thing I highly recommend is keeping a notepad with a pencil or a pen. Important, because if you're painting a lot of things, you're painting an army, and especially if you have to mix a color and you are doing a custom color, write that down. Um, Write down what it's for. That's important. And write down the color mixes so you can repeat it if you don't have a paint pot to mix them in and seal it. Um, Second, it helps you organize your thoughts on, okay, I want to paint this guy, then this guy, then this guy. And my phone just won't shut up. Um, so that's important. Next, a good thing to have a pair of snips. I prefer flush cut. These are old Games Workshop Citadel ones. Um, I like the point here at the front, as you can see. Um, Nice flush cut, beveled on the inside. And they spring open. I like that. I like them to be able to open. I don't have to force them open. Um, that's the flush cut is the best. So it's going to give you a nice flat cut across your plastic or your metal. Make sure you get ones, if you're going to do metal work, that are rated for metal, though. Because if you use ones that are only rated for plastic, you'll snap it. Um, then a good set of files. This is an older one. It's still useful, but I've got some other ones that I like a little better. And honestly, the ones from Harbor Freight, if you have a Harbor Freight in your area or something like it, they're like $2 for a pack of 10, maybe $5 for a pack of 10. That's what you need. They're small files. They work great. Um, yes, they wear out quick, but $5 you can, hopefully get them again if you need them. Um, Old paintbrush. It has no bristles. It's just complete. It's just a ferrule. Um, I use it for pretty much everything. Things from for molding, um, doing putty molding, stirring paint. It's just this is like my very first paintbrush. This is probably 35 years old. It's just a handle though, and I use it for everything. You want a good set of brushes. I do recommend the Army Painters. They're nice, a little pricey, but you get a set of three for like $8. Their starter set. It's really nice, not bad. Um, Next is I believe this was just a Walmart brush. It's a little thicker ferrule or a little thicker on the end. It's great for this type of brush is good for dry brushing, which I'll show you how to do. Um, Base painting, bases, just anything. So you're not going to damage a good brush on some of the stuff that we want to do. Um, Sharpie markers, one of the greatest things, and it's a trick that I learned from another painter, um, and I can't really remember who it was, but there's the bronze, silver, and they make a gold. The gold is very yellowy. I don't have one at the moment, but I do like the silver and the gold for big areas. Saves time. You can ink wash them to dull them down. You can add some paint to the edges to make it shiny because it's kind of like, almost like a gunmetal color if you do it on a black piece. And then a black fine and ultra fine marker. Um, they're just fantastic. They for things that you can, um, I just need a little line here, and you um, in the recesses and whatnot, they work really good. Um, Pin vise, very special. Always good to have. Um, you're gonna use them to pin models. You're gonna pin the arms together, um, like the hand. You'll use a smaller drill bit than this one for a hand, but it's good. Um, Paper clips. I use those to make my pins out of. A box of them is super cheap, and you'll never run out of them. And they have other uses. They have plastic coated and non-plastic coated. I prefer the non-plastic coated because I don't have to strip them off. Excuse me. Um, a good pair of heavy-duty tweezers. They're great for the small bits that you've got to pick up here and there, and for holding them while you glue them. A good sharp knife, usually a number 11 blade, um, because it's going to have the best point, and it's the most common. It's easier to control. I do have some larger ones for when I'm working on bigger models, and a pair of hemostats. This is they open and you lock it closed. It's great for if you're painting and holding on to something, so you can manipulate it, or if like me, sometimes the thing just keeps popping out of the tweezers or out of your hand. Yeah, clip it with this and then glue it on. So then you have the Citadel. Actually, any brand that just happen to use a Citadel one is a single figure holder. It opens and closes. You take the base of the model. Usually there's a model on it, but my cat has knocked it off. You're just going to push it on there, and it's going to hold the model for you. And it lets you manipulate it so you're not dropping it. And it keeps your hands from cramping, so that's important to you. If you're painting so long that your hand starts to cramp, stop, take a break. Give your eyes a chance to refocus on something. One thing I read at the optometrist was on your phone or on your computer, or even doing painting like this, about every hour, take a break, focus on something that's distant to give your eyes a little bit of a break. So that's all I have for right now, but that's what you can look forward to with this channel. I hope you tune in. I'll have a lot of hints, and if I can remember the folk's name, whether I heard it on Twitch or Twitter or something I read, I'll try to pass that on so you can read more about it or go watch it yourself. Other than that, I think that we will enjoy our journeys together. I'm going to go over a lot of different things on how-tos and whatnot. So I hope you enjoy it, you join in and enjoy the adventure, and we'll try to get some stuff painted. So until then, peace, and have a great day.